So just having some HHR sound system fun here. I guess this is a fairly common thing. The speakers, all four of them, are in the doors, and then you have two like little tweeters up in the thing there. Basically, after I got it, it worked fine for about a month, and then all of a sudden nothing but Mickey Mouse singing out of the little tweeters. So you couldn't listen to it. So finally got my button gear and decided, well, the first thing I did, I ordered these new, there's two connectors that connect it to the back of the stereo. So I ordered these adapters. There's two of them that they connect to this and let you connect it to another stereo. I have a stereo, it's about 10 years old, never been used, still sitting in the box. Decided to try to install it. Well, everything was working fine, although I did have to run wires, and I pulled the two Pioneer speakers out of the Toyota Corolla before it went to the scrapyard last summer, and so I wired them up to the new unit, and it worked fine until I disconnected the wires from it to feed them through this thing to get it all, final hookup after I did my test, and it wouldn't work. The CD just sat there doing the spinny thing, so I gave up on that because I knew this thing worked, the HHR one. So anyway, long story short, I'm trying to figure out why I can't get sound out of it. So anyways, in the end, we went on a long trip yesterday, and the night before I decided that I wanted sound for the 8 hours on the road. So I spliced into the connectors from the radio there, or CD player, and direct wired them to my new speaker wire to the speaker sitting in the back seat, and it worked. It was a little bit tinny, but we had music, so that was good. So then today I decided, well, it's time to get to the bottom of this. Why aren't these front speakers making any noise? So I spliced into the wires here and hit it with a 9-volt battery, and I get a clicking noise, a tick noise out of the door speaker. So I thought, well, apparently it's conducting electricity, but I hooked it back up, like I disconnected two of my wires, hooked it back up and started playing a CD. Nope, nothing. The one in the back seat played and the other one didn't. So out of frustration, I got the ohm meter out finally, and the speakers that work, the old Pioneers, they got about 6.5 ohms, and the ones in the doors of this, infinite resistance. So apparently the speakers must be lunched. Don't ask me how they work every once in a while, but anyway, I come to the conclusion I need new speakers. I was starting to think, well, it's the wires, because your speaker wire runs through this flex thing here in the door, and I had problems on my with the one on the hatch of my Focus. The wires were shorting out with each other there. You hit the signal light and your door locks start going, weird stuff like that. So anyway, long story short here, I guess I'm going to be putting new speakers in the HHR, because that seems to be what the problem is. The people say that the rain gets in the door there, it just gets them wet over time and they die. I mean, this is 2007, so it's not new, but yeah, I pulled this thing apart quite a few times here, so I want to stop driving around with duct tape holding it in. So lots of fun. So it kind of baffles me though why it's got infinite resistance, but which indicates an open circuit, and yet when I hit it with the battery it sparks, which would indicate a short or a closed circuit. So I don't know, I'm giving up rationalizing that. I'm just putting new speakers in, and hopefully the wires are either going to work, or I bought speaker wire and I'll be having fun routing wire through the door connectors. I'm sure that'll be a real joy. I mean, I guess I could connect onto the existing ones and use them to draw through the new one. That could work. So anyway, just having some sound system joys here. So other than that, it's been a pretty good weekend. It's about 80 some degrees today. It looks like spring finally decided to pop here. We've had frost 3 times this past week, so haven't been able to plant the garden yet, but we'll get her in there this week. So anyway, everybody have a good one.